What's up guys, my name is Jonny May and welcome to this lesson where I'm going to show you how to play the blues in the most freeing way. And a lot of times when students play blues piano, they kind of lock into the shuffle sound. And then when they solo, right, they're kind of locked into it, but sometimes you might want to play what I call free blues. This is basically where you lay down a groove and then you just kind of play against it. Right? It is a very unique sound, and pianists like Oscar Peterson love to improvise blues like this. And it's a very different way of playing the blues because instead of locking in the right hand, you're actually kind of playing against your left hand, and it just creates a really cool sound. I call it a very fluid sound in the right hand. It's a very free sound. And so I want to show you how to do this at your piano. And by the way, it doesn't matter your playing level for this lesson. If you're a beginner, intermediate, or advanced student, I'm going to show you a technique that you can start using right away in your playing. So the first thing that I recommend is to start with a pulse, okay? And whenever you're playing in this style, notice how my right hand is very free. Right? It's just dancing around the piano, but my left hand, boom, it is locked in, right? That left hand is creating the pulse. It's kind of like giving you the foundation for the blues where you have that steady beat, right? And then once you have the steady beat, then you can play against it. It's really important to establish this steady pulse so that the listener has something to rely on rhythmically, because if you just play all those crazy rhythms in your right hand and you don't have a steady pulse in your left hand, it's going to feel totally out of control, okay? So you want to establish a steady pulse. So there's two ways of playing this. If you're more on the beginner side, you can play it in a very simple way, like this, okay? I'm basically playing these dominant seventh chords, but I'm trying to play a chord on each beat, okay? So these are basic seventh chords, C7, right? F7, these are the chords we use in the blues, right? And then G7, but I'm not just chunking the chords like this, okay? It has a little more nuance. What I'm doing is I'm playing the root, right? And then I'm doing the chord on the top and I'm holding the root. So it's like this, 1, and then 2, 3, 4. You see how we hold the root? And then when we switch chords to F, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is really important because if you want to play in this style, it's really important to have two elements in the left hand. You need to have that elongated bass note on the bottom, and then you need the chunk, chunk, chunk to hold that steady pulse. Okay, by the way, we call this a 4 on the floor. It's a really important way of playing a slow blues. Okay, so the sheet music is here. You can work through the 12-bar blues form. It's very simple. You're basically going to play a bar of C, right? Bar of F, okay? Bar of C, right? This is your standard blues form, right? Another bar of C, and then F, okay? Again, very simple. If you're a beginner, you should be able to play this. And then next, I'm going to show you the more advanced way that I like to play this, okay? G7, you with me? Again, I'm pulsing on the beats. Really simple. I'm kind of playing it quickly so you can see the full blues form. And then I'm going to show you the more advanced way to play the left hand. Okay, but before we do this, if you are enjoying the video, please hit the like button. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe for more videos just like this. Okay, you ready for the more advanced way of playing it? And I kind of played it this way at the beginning of the video. It's very fancy. Isn't that beautiful? Right? Hear that left hand, it's a little more full, a little more rich. So I call this intermediate. Certainly if you're advanced, you should be able to play this. So here's what I'm doing. Instead of playing these chords really close together, I'm spreading it out like this. Ooh, really nice. You hear that? Super cool. That is the money right there, okay? So I'm taking those chords like C7 and I'm putting the root real low, and then I'm putting the 7th and the 3rd here. Okay, it's a big stretch, okay? But if you can do it, it is totally worth it, okay? So that's the C7, then the F, same thing, it's there, okay? It's a big stretch, and then your G7 is also there, okay? Now here's the good news. You don't have to hit it perfectly. You can get your wrists down, you can grab the edge of the key, you see the edge here, and then I just grab the top there, okay? Now it is important to try to hold the bass note and then do your pulse like this. See it? They're separate elements, okay? You could use the pedal and let go of the root, but guess what happens? It gets muddy. So I don't recommend using the pedal. Try to actually grab the root, okay? Now for this one, I do make the bass a little more interesting. I go and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1. You see that? 2, and 3. I'm basically coming in a little early on the bass. This is called a pickup, and it makes the bass a little more interesting. 2, and 3. See it? 4, and 1. This is way more interesting way of playing your bass, okay? So we're just following that 12-bar blues form. You see it here in the sheet music. Really nice. Then you go to the G chord. Here it is. And 1. F. Okay, again, we're pulsing, trying to keep that steady beat. That way that right hand can have total freedom. Again, really, really important to lay down the pulse. Remember, if you're going crazy in your right hand, you cannot be going crazy in your left hand, right? You need stability because that left hand's going wild. This is your foundation, right? You need that rhythmic pulse so the listener goes, okay, I know where the beat is, right? And then that right hand can have a ton of fun. Okay, so work on your pulse, get it solidly in your fingers. By the way, I want to mention this lesson comes with downloadable lesson sheet music for our members at Piano with Jonny. If you are a member, I do encourage you to download the sheet music. You can print it, you can take notes. It is a great resource, okay? Once you have that pulse, then you're ready to start practicing this free way of playing in the right hand, okay? And what I do not want you to do is play blues licks. I don't want you to go, right? That's not what we're doing here. We're playing freely. Right? That right hand is totally free, okay? So to get this sound, you gotta practice what I call fluidity in your playing. And a fluid way of playing is where you can just play all the notes you want. It's moving, moving, moving. It's not really locking in, right? It's fluid, there's motion. It can go here, it can go there, and it's not inhibited by anything, okay? So the way I recommend that you practice fluidity is to take a riff or a lick and play it using different rhythms at different points in the blues. Okay, here's what I mean. Here's a simple riff. If you're a beginner, you should be able to play this. That's the riff or the lick, okay? I'm using blues scale and I'm coming down the blues scale, okay? That's the lick. Okay, here is the goal. Instead of playing the lick on the beat, right? It's not that, okay? What you're gonna do is you're gonna play this lick at various points in the blues and you're gonna play it whatever speed you want. So here's a quick example. I'm gonna lay down my pulse. I'm gonna do the easy pulse, 2. We're gonna stay on the C, very simple, and we're gonna play this lick, but any speed and anywhere. Here's an example. Right? And you can have fun with it. You can slow down on parts. Right? It's all about the timing, right? And the rhythms here. Again, you're not locking into a rhythm. You're playing a lick, but you're playing it wherever you want, okay? And it doesn't really matter where you land or how you land. The point is you're playing it with total freedom, okay? So this is a beginner lick. You can use any lick you want, right? You could do, you know, that could be your lick. And then you play it with this fluidity. See what I'm doing? There's no locking in here, okay? Now, if you're a little more on the intermediate side, you can play a little more advanced lick, right? Here's a really fun lick I love, right? It goes that. I'm playing the blues scale. See it? And then I do what I call a gospel connector. Same thing, you lay down your groove, play the lick, any speed. Okay, at this point you can start changing chords. You can go to your F chord. See what I'm doing? I'm having fun with it, right? You can stop on notes, you can play through notes, you can have tons of fun. If you're a little more on the advanced side, pick an advanced lick. Here's a really fun one that I love. Love that one. Love that one, okay? So I'm basically using, right, the notes of the major blues scale, coming down, and then I go like this, see it? And then I do a little roll, see that? And then I come up to my notes of C major, okay? But again, the timing is totally free, okay? So lay down your pulse, right? I'm gonna do the more advanced pulse. Right, notice every time I play it a little differently. 1. Right? And so this is how you build the skill to playing in this style, right? You want to play with freedom, pick a lick, establish your pulse, and then play against it. Okay, I want to show you one more thing. We're going to talk about the best scales to use, and then we're going to play with the backing track. But before we do this, if you want to go deep on playing the blues, you want to basically improvise and just have total freedom. Exactly what we're doing here. I do recommend a couple courses at pianowithjohnny.com. Probably our top course of all time is our Bible of Blues Riffs. You learn 120 of my favorite blues riffs, and that is a really good course because you can take each riff and you can play it in this fluid way. Another very good course is our 10-lesson blues challenge. In this challenge, I show you how to create your own riffs and licks and basically play a full solo using all of my favorite techniques. So I do encourage you to check out both of those courses. I'll put a link to that below. Also, we have our free 10-day blues challenge where you can sign up. You get some free videos to your email inbox, and you can learn how to improvise as well. I'll put a link to that below as well. The last thing I want to talk about are the scales to improvise. Okay, so you might be thinking, Johnny, cool, you know, I can play these licks and these riffs and I can play in this fluid way, but what are the best scales to use? Okay, I'm going to show you 3 scales that I love. The first one is your minor blues scale. That is your standard scale, right? It really revolves around these 6 notes, right? C minor blues, okay? Excellent scale. The second scale that I love is what I call the major blues scale. A little happier sound. For this scale, we're using these 6 notes. It's kind of like A minor blues, but it starts on C. It's a happier sound, okay? The last scale is a combined scale. And if you're a little more on the advanced side, I encourage you to mix both of these scales. And this scale is called the mixo blues scale. And what I'm doing is I'm mixing the notes of both of these scales into a fused scale or a fusion scale, right? It is 2 scales, the minor blues scale and the major blues scale mixed together, okay? It's also called the mixo blues scale because it's the minor blues scale, which we call the blues scale, but it's also mixed with the Mixolydian scale. The Mixolydian scale is like a major scale with a flat 7. And so when you mix your Mixolydian scale and your minor blues scale, you get the mixo blues scale, okay? Again, this is like one of my all-time favorite scales. When I sit down and I improvise as a professional jazz and blues pianist, this is my go-to scale, and this is something to aspire to. If you're a beginner, you will be able to use this mixo blues scale someday, but you gotta work your way up to it. So thank you, friends, for watching this video. I do hope you enjoyed it, and I do encourage you to check out pianowithjohnny.com. We have the full online learning platform for all playing levels. If you want to take your playing to the next level, and you're interested in improvising, you're interested in playing lead sheets and styles, how to take songs and play them in the funk style and blues and Latin and pop and jazz and swing, and you really want to play the piano with freedom. You don't want to always have to rely on sheet music. You don't want to just learn theory all day. You want to have fun at the piano. That is what Piano with Jonny is all about. So I do encourage you to check it out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.